Wow, wow, wow. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network, and this is a special report, breaking news. So, we were all just sitting around waiting and wondering when we were going to hear something about the death of Alexis Sharkey. Now, for a backstory, for everyone who does not know, Alexis Sharkey was a social media influencer who was found dead on the side of the road in 2020, back in November, around Thanksgiving. So, we had heard nothing up until that time. The husband was the last one to see her. Her and her husband was allegedly, not on good terms, and they were, reportedly planning on divorcing. Now, all of this time, after it was determined that she died of strangulation, all of this time we had heard nothing. We had heard nothing. And to me, it was pretty cut and dry. I'm like, any of these other cases, there is always, the husband's always the first one suspected. But we had heard nothing for months, even after it was determined that she was strangled. Now we learn that he has been found dead in Florida. Remember, they were from Texas. He was found dead in Florida in Fort Myers, where he was living with a relative. Dead of an apparent suicide. He learned of this. He heard this. He committed this alleged suicide once he heard that the marshals were on their way to his house with a warrant for his arrest. September 29th, just a few days ago. And they were keeping it quiet because nobody had any news on it. As many people that was covering this case, all the YouTubers, all of the journalists, no one had any news. They was going to Florida looking for him. I guess they were looking for him for months, and they finally found him. They were going down to Fort Myers to slap him with that warrant for his arrest. And when he heard about it, he took his life, apparently. So, like I was saying all along, I think everybody who was tormenting her friend Tanya and her friends, saying they probably had something to do with it, just thinking too much, trying to be different, when it was cut and dry to me all along that this husband was responsible. So we're going to have more on this story. Tom Sharkey is his name, found dead in Fort Myers, apparent suicide. Now you're going to hear the police come out with the story that they did the research and they proved, or they felt as though they had enough evidence to arrest him. They took their time. They didn't rush. It took almost a year. But Tom Sharkey was about to be arrested for the murder of his wife. He heard about it. He took his life. So now him and Alexis both gone. But at least the family can have closure and pretty much figure, you know what? He must have did it. He may leave some sort of note saying he's innocent, blah, blah, blah. But he did it. We're going to have more on this. Tom Sharkey took his life because he was about to be arrested for the murder of his wife, Alexis Sharkey. Rest in peace to Alexis Sharkey. This is your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.